If you're an academic in Tamil Nadu, you're going to want to listen up. The Teachers Recruitment Board, or TRB, has just announced a massive recruitment drive for assistant professors. In this explainer, we are going to break down every single thing you need to know to get through this process and hopefully land your dream job.
And when I say massive, I really mean it. Just look at that number, 2,708. That's how many vacancies are open for assistant professors across government arts and science colleges and colleges of education. You know, an opportunity on this scale, it just doesn't happen every day.
So how do we make sense of all this? Well, here's our game plan for today. We're going to look at what makes this recruitment so special, double-check all the eligibility rules, help you find your subject, and then we'll decode the brand new selection process. After that, we'll walk through exactly how to apply and wrap up with some crucial rules you just can't afford to miss. Let's dive right in.
Okay, first things first, let's get some context here. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill announcement. Oh no. There are some really important changes this time around that set it apart from what we've seen before. Let's see what they are. This is probably the most important thing you need to hear. Any notifications from 2019 and 2024, they're canceled. Gone. This 2025 announcement is a completely fresh start, a clean slate for everyone. And the biggest change of all, the selection process. It's now a written competitive exam followed by an interview. This is a huge shift, and it's all about creating a more objective and level playing field for every single candidate.
But what if you already applied to those older notifications? Well, I've got some good news for you. While you absolutely do have to submit a new application, the board has made it very clear that you will get a fee exemption and an age relaxation. So make sure you claim those benefits when you go to reapply.
All right, let's move on to the big question, the one that really matters. Are you eligible? Let's dig into the specific requirements. First up, age. The upper limit is 57 years old, and the cutoff date for that is July 1st, 2025. And just to say it again because it's important, if you applied before, you are eligible for that age relaxation. Now for your educational qualifications, think of it like this. There are two main paths you can take to be eligible. Path number one, you've got a master's degree with at least 55% marks, and you've passed the NET, SLET, or SET exam. Path number two is for those of you with a PhD, as long as it was awarded under specific UGC regulations, or it's from a top 500 ranked university in the world.
Now, there's also a really important 5% mark relaxation on that master's degree requirement. The minimum mark drops from 55% down to 50% for candidates from SC, ST, MBC, BC, and differently abled categories. It also applies to PhD holders who finished their master's way back before September 1991. So please take a close look at this list to see if it applies to you.
Okay, so you've confirmed you're eligible. Fantastic. Now we get to the exciting part. Let's find out where the jobs are for your specific field of study.
When you look at the breakdown of all 2,708 posts, you can see the huge majority, over 2,600, are current vacancies. Then you have 72 backlog vacancies, which are basically reserved posts carried over from previous attempts. The bottom line here, most of these are brand new openings, fresh for the taking.
Wow, okay. Now what's really amazing about this slide is the sheer number of jobs in certain subjects. I mean, look at English, a staggering 424 vacancies. Tamil is right behind with 310. And just check out the numbers for computer science, commerce, and math, all with over 200 openings. The opportunity in these fields is just immense.
Now we've only scratched the surface here. There are openings across 61 different subjects. We obviously can't cover every single one, so your next homework assignment is to go and download the official notification from the TRB website. That's where you'll find the complete detailed breakdown for your subject and your community. So, you've found your subject and you're ready to go. But how exactly will the TRB choose the best people for the job? Let's break down this new exam-based selection process piece by piece.
Okay, the written test is split into two papers. Paper I is in the morning, and it has two parts. Part A is a compulsory Tamil language test. This is qualifying only. That means those 50 marks don't count for your final rank, but you have to get at least 40% to even stay in the race. Part B is all about your subject knowledge, tested with multiple choice questions for a big 150 marks. Then, in the afternoon, you've got Paper I, which is a 1-hour descriptive test on general topics worth another 50 marks.
But it's not just about the exam. Your teaching experience counts too. You can get up to a maximum of 15 marks for this. and it's calculated as 2 marks for every single year of relevant experience you have.
And that same number, 15 marks, is also the maximum you can score in your personal interview. So let's do the math here. You've got 200 marks for the exam, 15 for your experience, and another 15 for the interview. That means your final score, your final ranking, will be out of a total of 230 marks.
All right, now for the part where the rubber meets the road, actually taking action. Here are the key dates and the exact steps you need to follow to get your application in successfully.
Okay, get your calendars out right now. The online application portal opens on October 17th. It closes on November 10th. Please do not wait until the last minute. There's a very short window to edit your application, from November 11th to the 13th, and the tentative exam date is set for December 20th.
Let's talk fees. It's 600 rupees for general category candidates, and it's 300 rupees for those in the SC, SCA, ST, and differently abled categories. And let me say this one more time because it's so important. If you applied and you paid the fee for the 2019 or 2024 notifications, you are completely exempt. You don't have to pay again.
The application process itself is actually pretty straightforward, and it's all online. You just head to the official TRB website, get yourself registered, fill out the form carefully, upload all your documents, pay the fee, and then you submit. The key here is just to be super careful and double-check everything before you hit that final button.
Before we wrap things up, let's just cover a few really important rules and special considerations. This is the kind of stuff that could have a big impact on your application, so let's pay close attention.
Let's quickly talk about the PSTM quota. This is for persons studied in Tamil medium. Now, to claim this reservation, the critical thing to know is that you must have studied in Tamil medium continuously, from the first standard all the way through your master's degree. And you need to have the certificates to prove it. The notification also lays out some very specific and important guidelines for transgender candidates. So what exactly are those rules? The guidelines are thankfully very clear. If a transgender candidate doesn't have a community certificate, they can choose to be considered under the MBC category. Those who identify as female are able to compete for the 30% women's reservation, while those who identify as male or transgender will be considered under the general 70% category. And a key piece of paperwork here is a certificate from the Tamil Nadu Transgender Welfare Board. So, there you have it. We've covered the opportunity, the eligibility rules, the subjects, and the exact process for how to apply. The path forward is crystal clear. So the only question left is the one you see right now. With everything we've talked about, is your application truly ready to stand out from the crowd? Good luck!